Bienvenidos! Today we're going to be making some lemon bars. This will consist a cup of lemons, because we like it nice and tart, and sugar. Also 5 eggs and butter. So first we're going to start making the shortbread. Make sure you have a pan, a 13 by 11 or a rectangular pan will do. We're going to grease this up so the lemon bars can come out. So we'll start with 2 cups of flour, 3/4 cups of confectioner's sugar, and 2 sticks of butter, which will make our shortbread, and we'll press it into our pan. In order for it to come out, we're going to put a layer of tin foil here, and then press in our shortbread, bake it, and we'll get into the filling. For our pan, we'll put some tin foil down. This will make it easier for the bars to come out. We're going to put some butter in here because we are softening 2 sticks of butter, because we need 2 sticks of butter for the shortbread. There's a couple of ways that we can make our shortbread. We can do it through a food processor, or we can use our pastry cutter. We're going to do the pastry cutter today. We need 2 cups of flour and 3/4 cups of confectioner's sugar. So 2 cups of flour, 3/4 cups of confectioner's sugar, 2 sticks of butter, and we use kosher salt here, so you'll need at least a pinch of some kosher salt. It's a good practice to sift your flour, but you don't always have to. But it just makes the flour nice and airy and softer to work through. So we have that, 3/4 cups of confectioner's sugar, when you make lemon bars, you can use either fresh lemons, or you can buy the real lemon juice that they sell at the market. That will work as well. 3/4 cups of confectioner's sugar. Again, you don't have to sift it. Because sometimes I don't always sift it. But we have some time today, so why not? Okay. Let's get some softened butter. If you have time and know you're going to be making lemon bars, you can leave your butter out overnight to get it to room temperature, if it's not too hot of a night. You can also soften your butter through the microwave on the lowest temperature for a couple of seconds, just to get it to that room temperature that you need. So see, it's still hard to cut, but it's soft to pinch. So we're going to put in there softened, and always put it in small pieces. It'll be easier to work. If you put in the whole stick of butter, it's going to take you longer to work with it. So always cut it up. And this is unsalted butter. I tend to always work with unsalted butter for any of my baked needs. Even when it calls for salted, I work with unsalted butter, and I add the salt. It tends to come out better. With the wrap that you use from the butter, you can use it to butter your pan. So there's always oil on the wrapper. So that's one wrapper. We're going to add a pinch of, what do we use? Kosher salt. Here in my kitchen we always use kosher salt. I also use some iodized sea salt. It's good to have iodine in your diet as well. See, and then you have all this butter. Don't wash your hands yet. Just use it to butter up your pan. don't, make it harder for it to come out. So, nice and greased up. Save it for when you're ready to press it in there. Also, you can save this to help you press down the shortbread. That being said, a pinch of our kosher salt. When you put in a pinch, also just rub it in there just to make the granular small. Again, food processor or your pastry cutter, and you're going to crumble it up until it's well combined. While this is baking at a 350 350 oven, which we're preheating right now, and always preheat your oven. It's the best thing you can ever do if you like to bake, even when you cook. Also, bring your food to room temperature. Don't take everything out from the fridge and stick it in the oven. That's not good. You should bring it to at least let it sit, let it get acclimated to the temperature before you stick it in the oven. It really does help. So as you can see, we cut the butter and the confection sugar in until big clumps form. And once we know that, it's formed into a nice dough, because it gets harder and harder to cut in. See? Comes out to be a nice shortbread. Now, your oven's been preheating as you did your prep work, and it's at 350, and you're going to bake this for 20-25 minutes, not till it's a dark golden, but a nice golden color. Now, when you put it into the pan, you don't want to put the whole ball in the center, because then it's going to be harder to press. So put a little bit of dough on each corner so you can have a nice, even shortbread. Put the dough in the center and then try to spread it out in a 13 by 9, I think? Something like that. So, see, you spread out the clumps, and now we're going to flatten it in here. And don't put the bowl away yet, because now we have to whisk our lemon juice and so forth in here. And then we have to make a nice streusel topping, which is 4 tablespoons of butter and flour and sugar, because halfway baking your lemon bars, you're going to put in the streusel topping, and then we'll take it out, let it cool, and cover it with that beautiful snow called confectioner sugar. See, easier to put it in small clumps through the whole area than to try to stretch out a ball of dough. And it makes it more even. Now bake it in our preheated 350 oven for approximately 20 minutes. And while this is baking, we're going to squeeze the living daylights out of those lemons. Real lemons, or you can use real lemon juice from the store. You can use a lemon squeezer, this little sucker. Or you can use anything to extract as much juice as you want. So far I've cut 3 lemons here, so let's see what we have. So as you see, we squeezed out one. Look at that. Took it right out of there. So you put it in here. You can put it either way because there's a strainer in here. Put our lemon in there. And then you squeeze it. And we need a cup. So sometimes when I'm making lemon bars, it's probably 3/4 of real lemons and some lemon juice. Also, if you want to make your lemon bars a little bit more lemony, you can use some Italian limoncello. It's a great liqueur. And oh, is that sucker tart. The filling is a cup of lemon juice, a 1/3 cup of flour, and 1½ cups of sugar. That we're with 5 eggs, which we're going to whisk until it's nice and smooth. I think I'm going to get 1 more lemon because I'm 1 lemon shy because it's not even a cup. Ooh, it's almost a cup. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lemons. And I think if I get the 6th one, or at least 5½ lemons juiced, we'll get the whole cup. You see, it's just a medium-sized lemon. Some of them are a little bit bigger. But these are medium-sized lemons. And even though this one is a little bit hard, it's still, look at that. The more prunish it looks, the sweeter or more tart you'll get. So don't throw away your lemons unless, of course, it's gone moldy. But even if it's a little bit hard, it's not bad. Look at that. Look at that beautiful juice. It still has its juice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5½, and we got our cup of lemon, which I have to strain because there's some seeds here. So we're going to whisk 5 eggs with 1½ cups of sugar first before we put in the lemons, and a 1/3 cup of flour. So that's 1½ cups. Now it's always best to beat the egg and sugar together first. Incorporate the sugar. Changes the color of the egg to a nice pale yellow. Strain your lemon juice because you don't want seeds in there. There we go. Oh, golden heaven. A 1/3 cup of flour. And while we're whisking, you just want to gently scatter the flour in there. Make it nice and smooth. Oh, when video gets smell, you're going to love cooking because the smell that lemons produce. Okay. We can set this aside. Let's get the crumble going because that's still baking. We're going to take 4 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 of flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, and a 1/4 teaspoon of, that's right, kosher salt. Bring the butter to a room temperature. And let's measure out our 3/4 flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, and our salt. It has probably 10 seconds on a power level 2 on my microwave. So 3/4 of flour, 1/2 of sugar, 4 tablespoons of butter. Cut it in with your pastry cutter or your food processor. And again, this crumble goes in halfway through your baking. Let's cut up our streusel. Again, unsalted butter, 1/2 cup of sugar, 3/4 cups of flour. Cut it in there. This will be your streusel topping. Now, when the shortbread cookie comes out, we're going to let it sit. Again, acclimate. Bring down the temperature because you don't want to put something cool on something very hot. You can also use your fingertips sometimes. I end up doing it that way anyway. pea-size crumbly crumble. So here are the lemon bars. You can see the edges are golden, but the center is a light gold. We're now going to let it cool for a few seconds before we slather that in there. So we've left the shortbread to cool for approximately 5 minutes. We're going to just re-whisk our lemon filling. Just pour it in. And then again, bake it at 350. I have not shut off the oven. 350 for approximately 20 minutes. So 350 for approximately 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes we're going to put our crumble on top, bake it for another 20 minutes until it's golden. I place it in the oven. Usually I bake the shortbread in the middle of the oven, as always, of all our racks. The racks, you're going to place it in the middle, but now that it's going in for the second time and I don't want it to burn, I raised it up, so we're going to bake it at least a quarter of the way down of the oven. Slowly. So as you can see, this is in the middle. It's just one up from the middle. Now, not the top shelf, and not in the middle, just one up. 350, 20 minutes, and then we'll add the streusel, do another 20 minutes, sprinkle it with confectioner's sugar. See you in 20. Now we're going to put our streusel topping on top. Now remember, it's hot, so some of it will melt in, but we're just going to sprinkle it on top. And then you're going to bake it for another 20 minutes. Now remember, don't put it in the middle of the oven or it'll start scorching. You don't want a burnt bottom. There you have it. Another good 20 minutes until golden brown. We'll have a beautiful finished product. So here they go in. And we'll see how they come out. So the lemon bars are all set. We're going to let it cool and put some confectioner's sugar. Sweet but yet tart lemon bars. Buon provecho. Enjoy! Confectioner's sugar, and yes, sifted on our lemon bars. Make it look somewhat pretty. And there you have sweet but tart lemon bars. Enjoy! Buon provecho!